Hi, I'm Tovah, and today's class is going to be a Vinyasa and Yin mix, so get ready to move a little bit and then slow things down with some deep relaxation. Standing at the top of your mat, your hands at your heart. Deepening your breath. Taking a moment to tune into today's practice. One of movement and stillness. One of my favorite combinations. As we start in stillness, maybe closing your eyes, or just taking a quiet gaze forward. As you relish this time of quietness. Releasing your palms. Inhale, take a nice big stretch up and maybe finding a little back bend here. And exhale as you swan dive forward, reaching down towards the floor, but only go as low as you're comfortable. Bow your head. Inhale, coming about halfway up, flattening your back, so hands to about the knees. And then from here, inhale all the way back up, maybe finding that back bend. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, soften the knees, bow your head. Inhale, come halfway up, flatten your back, eyes look forward. And then with a flat back, inhale, swoop all the way back up, back bending a little. Exhale, fold back down, reaching towards the floor, bow your head. Inhale, come halfway lift. Perfect, and releasing, come all the way back up. Big back bend, stretch all the way high. And bring your hands down to your heart. As we start to warm the body, let's proceed with a few sun salutations. Release the palms, inhale, big stretch all the way up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming partway lift or halfway lift. But carrying on here as we reach for the floor, hopping or stepping back, melting all the way down to the bottom. Turn the toes in, inhale for cobra, or take upward facing dog if that's part of your practice. Release and press to downward facing dog, lifting from knees or from toes, whatever best suits your body today. Looking to your hands, hop or step there. Soften your knees as you bow your head, relax your neck. Inhale, big swoop, come all the way up. Taking another salutation here, exhale, swan dive forward, bow your head. Inhale, lifting a little, straighten your back. Reaching for your mat, stepping or hopping back. Elbows rack the ribs as you lower. Inhale, turn the toes down as you shine your heart ahead. Release and press to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Draw the belly button in. Anchor all your fingers and your knuckles to the mat. Tip your sitting bones high to the roof and bend your knees a little more to make that more comfortable and get a better tip, a flatter back. Look to your hands, stepping or hopping forward. Exhale, release your back as you fold a little bit deeper. Maybe just giving your head and neck a little shake like yes and no while you're here. And then inhale, big breath, come all the way up. Taking one more salutation here, exhale as you pour forward, hinging through the hips. Inhale, lift a little. And exhale as you reach for the floor. Keep exhaling as you lower. Inhale, lifting one vertebrae at a time. Remember, these back bends should feel really nice, so don't overdo it here. Release and press to downward facing dog using knees or toes, whichever way your body feels strongest and best today. Look to your hands, hop or step there. Exhale, relax your back, lower your head. Inhale, big breath, come all the way up. And draw your hands down to your heart in Anjali Mudra. Taking a big long step back with your right leg, coming into a high lunge. Lift your arms like you're holding something heavy above your head. Look up if that suits you. Reaching forward, coming down for your mat, and bring your back knee down to the floor. Using a cushion here if you like. Turn the knees under the toes under rather, as we lift up in low lunge, opening through the front of the hip, maybe finding a little bit of a back bend here. Perfect, fold forward. As you hug your thigh to come into half monkey god pose, shift your weight back so that you start to straighten the supporting leg here, or the left leg really. Tucking your chin down so you feel a nice stretch through your hamstring across your buttocks all the way to the back of your head. And let's shift back forward, lift the arms back up to come back up in low lunge. Fold back over your thigh, hugging it, or just leave your hands by your sides as you shift your weight back, but keep your chest on your thigh here. If your chest is peeling away, you're maybe going too far. And if you need to make a little stronger stretch, you can slide the right leg back a little further. Shifting your weight forward again, lift it back up in low lunge, open your heart. Fold back over your thigh, bow your head, tuck your chin, and shift your weight back. Perfect, and one more time, coming back up and lifting into low lunge. Perfect. Planting your hands forward, you're going to slide the back leg back or get to kneeling any way you can. And then let your elbows start to come down towards your mat as you sneak down into puppy pose. Stacking the hips over the knees as you melt your heart towards the mat. Maybe turning your thumbs towards the roof to make it a little gentler on your shoulders. Maybe going in prayer, or even bringing the hands behind your neck in prayer. Finding an option that you like. Perfect. Come ahead onto your stomach here. Bringing your hands just by your shoulders and lifting for a nice easy cobra. Lift the eyes, lift the chin. Release and come down to flat. And then walk your hands a little further forward, or even so that your elbows are kind of where your shoulders are here. But we're not going to press into our elbows, we're going to press into our hand, taking a bit of a twisting sphinx. So I want you to press into the right hand here, just on the right side, as you come into a small twist. And this could be with a straight arm, or your arm could be partially bent. So you decide how far you want to go. And we're resting on the left elbow. Perfect, let yourself come down, both elbows are down, and then press into the left hand to bring your body into a little bit of a twist here, just gently turning, looking up towards the roof. Perfect, and come back to the center. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders and lift one more time for Cobra, taking a nice easy back bend. Release and press up and back to downward facing dog. Looking to your hands, hopping or stepping there. Exhale, relax your back, lower your head. Inhale, big breath, come all the way to the top. Taking one sun salutation here. Exhale, swan dive forward, soften your knees, bow your head. Lifting partway, flattening your back. Reaching for your mat, stepping back. And exhale fully as you lower. Inhale, turn the toes and peel from your mat for Cobra. Release and press to downward facing dog. Draw your belly button in and up towards your heart as you tip your sitting bones high towards the roof. Look to your hands, hop or step there. Exhale, relax your back, fold forward. Just let gravity pull you down for an extra breath or two here. And then inhale, big breath, come all the way back to the top. Bring your hands back to center. Take a big step back with your left leg, coming into high lunge here, Shalasana. And find a place that your arms can be straight, whether that's together, more wide, more forward. Listening to your body and your shoulders here, but make sure you're pulling your shoulders down. Perfect, folding down for your mat. Lower your back knee to the ground as we lift up to come up in high lunge or low lunge here. Opening up the front of the hips. Again, arms are straight. Perfect. You're going to fold over your thigh, either leaving your hands by your sides or hugging your one leg as you start to straighten the front leg.
Shifting your weight back, coming into half monkey god pose. Draw your chin down to get a deeper fascial stretch here. Perfect, shift your weight forward, lifting back up, coming into high lunge, maybe finding a little bit of a back bend. Folding back over your thigh, tucking your chin, straightening the leg. Try to keep the toes down on the front foot to keep your sciatic nerve nice and quiet, nice and happy. Shifting back forward, reaching back up in low lunge. And folding back over your thigh one more time, bow the chin, shift your weight back, maybe finding a little more length in that muscle here. Perfect, shift your weight forward, lifting back up in low lunge. And then folding forward, sliding the leg back as you make your way into puppy stretch. And remember, puppy could always turn into child's pose if that feels better for you today. As we let our heart melt towards our mat, opening up through the chest and the shoulders, melting between the shoulder blades and the mid-back, and also helping to maintain our lower lumbar curve. That's that curve right at the base of your lower spine. Good, come all the way back down onto your stomach here. Hands underneath the shoulders as we peel away from the mat, one vertebrae at a time, but keeping our bottom ribs still down on the mat. So we're not really heavy in our hands here. Releasing, flatten down. Bring your elbows ahead for Sphinx pose. But we're taking a twisted Sphinx here, so this time you're going to straighten and press into the left arm, keeping the right elbow down, finding just a little twist here, looking up towards the ceiling. Good, and come back down, and then press into the opposite hand, finding that little twist. Nice, and come back down. Let yourself come all the way flat. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and lift. Taking a nice easy cobra. Good, and come back down. Walk the elbows ahead one more time. This time we're going to do that twisting Sphinx, but we're going to potentially add on just a little bit. So we're going to straighten our right arm, finding that little twist. And if you like here, bring your right leg over, so finding a little bit more of a twist, a little scorpion kick. And then come back and flatten. Coming back to the elbows. Press up into the left side and maybe add a left reach over. Finding a little scorpion kick there. Good, and come back. And come all the way flat. And just resting flat for a couple of breaths as we start to slow things down, making our way into the yin portion of today's class. Good, and just moving slowly, we're going to come up to seated. And we're coming into kind of a really upright figure 4 position here. So we're going to cross the right ankle over the knee, hands at the back. And I want you to bring this stack as tight as you can. So your chest is close to your thighs as feels comfortable. And staying here. So we're going to be working on one side of the body first. So we're not going to hold each posture quite as long as we might typically, because we're going to keep moving through a series here. A nice hip opening series today. And if this position starts to feel like it's too much, just walk your hands back a little bit or walk the left leg forward a little bit to give yourself a little bit more room. And you can close your eyes if you like here, or just drop your chin gently. Good, and from here we're gonna let ourselves sit up, and we're basically just gonna bring this position right down to come into fire log pose. So both legs stacked one over top of the other, or come into half lotus pose. Okay, your choice here. sitting up nice and high on the sitting bones, maybe letting your body start to fold forward if that feels okay for you. If that's like, whoa, that's way too much of a stretch, then just stay seated upright and we can work from here. So finding that healthy balance, that happy balance for your hips. Whatever position you're in here though, aim to bow your chin, because when we can drop our chin here, we get way more of a fascial stretch all the way along our whole backside. Okay, so right from our buttocks all the way up. Whereas if we have our head up, we're not getting the same release through the neck and the shoulders. Taking nice deep breaths here. This can be a very strong hip opener. And then from here, we're gonna walk our top leg, our right leg, and we're gonna lift it and we're gonna bring it forward. So, and then we're just gonna sneak the left leg back a little closer to our groin. So our left leg is tucked in, like we're sitting cross-legged. Our right leg is just in this nice long diamond position. So even though you could bring it a lot closer, we want to stretch it out so that if you're tipping forward and you are putting your head down, roundabout as your head would be landing on your foot. Okay, and of course you can stretch this out a little bit further if you like. So kind of this one-sided long diamond, if you will. And just allow yourself to melt here. Relax your neck, bow your chin. Slowly let yourself come back up. Just let your legs stretch out here. Maybe take a couple of breaths as you take a little back bend, a little heart opener. And if you want to give your legs a little wiggle, your hips a little jiggle here. And then we'll get set up on the opposite side. So this time it's going to be your left ankle that crosses over. And get yourself into this tight figure 4 stack, so nice and upright. We're just going to hang out here for a few breaths. Remember, you can decrease this position by lengthening the stack, so either walking your hands back or walking the foot forward. And this could always be a position that you spend more time in as when we move into the second posture, fire log, if it's a little bit too intense for your body. As we continue working on our hips, we're going to let ourselves come down here into fire log pose. So we're just stacking the legs one on top of the other. And remember, we could always change this into half lotus pose if fire log is a little bit too much for you. So the big difference is in fire log, our legs are straight. There's more of a space between our groin and our legs. If you're in half lotus pose, you're going to tuck the legs in nice and tight towards your groin, and they're going to be on more of an angle here. You can bring this foot farther over to the side if your body is happy with that. Folding forward as much or as little as you like here. And we don't want to go past our edge. We really just kind of want to come to our edge and maybe even just back off a step from there. We're looking for our muscles, our connective tissue, our fascia, for everything to relax and release and let go here. And if we're pushing ourselves too hard, that's not going to be possible. As well, if we're pushing our body too hard, it's not going to get our nervous system to a place where it's relaxing, and it's not going to bring our mind to a more quiet place. So go gentle here. Good, and let's take our top leg, and we're gonna just walk it forward and tuck the right leg in a little closer towards our groin. Good. And then from here, let yourself just melt in that long diamond pose. So your foot is at least as far forward as where your head would come. Maybe it's a little farther forward. It's kind of where it feels like it's a comfortable diamond here. As you let your body fold down into the center. And remember, the amount that you fold forward depends on your body. So if this is a strong stretch, staying upright, then you stay upright. Good, and slowly coming out of that long diamond position. Stretching your legs out, getting comfortable. And now taking a lie back on your mat as we get prepared for our final posture of today's class, supported bridge. So taking a block, a bolster, a cushion that you might have, lifting your hips and tucking it underneath just at your sacrum, so that firm part of your upper buttocks. So really the block should be underneath your waistband, closer to your low bum area. And of course, if a bridge is not a pose that feels good for you, come on off your prop and you can rest in lying bound angle instead, or butterfly pose. Making sure that you're using your props to give you enough of a lift, but not over lifting here. And then let yourself just relax when you get here. So not forcing your legs to be totally straight or knees bent any amount, just wherever they're comfortable. Turn your palms up towards the roof. As you let the front of your hips open here, your lower back relax. Making sure you're not squeezing or clenching your buttocks here. Resting in bridge pose as long as you like.
Coming off your blocks or your cushions whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Vinyasa and Yin Mix class. Namaste.